back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of The Lounge Show. I'm Bob Doyle.
And I'm Rob Scott in Atlanta, Georgia, and it's 9 o'clock on a Saturday.
Rob, you are not going to believe the week I had. I hope you have time for a story.
What if you let me be the judge of that Mr. Fight Pack Man? I'm sorry, I caught none of that. Well, I don't know what your problem is. I speak perfectly clearly.
C'est le Lounge Show avec Rob Scott et Bob Doyle, deux diffuseurs vétérans qui aiment s'entendre parler et qui réussissent d'une manière ou d'une autre à se supporter. Voyons si vous pouvez les supporter aussi bien.
Oh, right off the bat. Hold on.
Rob is stuck again. Let's see how it goes. How long will it last? Well, nobody knows.
All right. Well, here's back. See, it worked. Finally, we had context.
Now I barely can hear you.
Really? That's
yeah.
fine.
The video was nice and loud.
How about now?
Yeah, your volume's coming out. Volume's coming out. Yeah.
How about now?
Okay. Hey, go see if my turn signal's working. It's working. Not
How about
working.
now?
Working. Not working. Your turn signal.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
that says
it's still, you're still kind of in a can, but the video, but the Rob is frozen. The Rob is frozen video sounded great.
I'm in a can.
Now you're not. You must have flipped a switch.
Oh, I didn't flip it, Bumma. Hold
Well
on.
said.
Wait a minute. I got a fan on in the background.
You were talking over the music, Bob.
Sorry, let's try that again.
It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday.
Which we established in the opening.
Yeah, I did see the opening. You know, if you were to like use that as some sort of a interview tool, I don't know how many people would hire you.
I don't understand. What do you mean?
It shows that when you produce these videos that just are out there, I always go, this is my friend I've known over 30 years, and I still don't know sometimes how twisted Bob can be. That is a visual that you want, you know, that would look good or cool or funny or scary or whatever. Just to come out. It's kind of like Stephen King. People go, how can he write all of that stuff? He must be hell to live with. And then you hear him interviewed or something. He's just a guy mowing his lawn.
Well, I do get a lot of, I don't know how you think of that stuff. I do get a lot of that. However, I still don't get the context of the interview. You're saying that
if they saw it, they'd go, wow, are you sure you want to hire this guy? This guy's a little out there. He's a little twisted.
Well, I would only show this to the people who.
But then again,
would be looking.
That might be what they're looking for. And look, you're the only one who can do it.
Here's the secret. You do what
you
do what you love. You do what you do, and then you wait till the audience finds you. That way, they know what to expect, and you're not bending your creative vision for them just because you can do a certain. So you do what you love, so they go that right there. That
okay. Sure.
That thing because I need tentacles coming out of my mom.
Well, there's eyeballs and inside shoulders, and people.
We're full on body horror.
Yeah, and there's skin dripping off and skeletal scenes and claws. Lots of
good fun. See, we were all having fun. We were doing the lounge. I mean, you spit up some tea. There
was a Linda Blair moment there at the end.
It's just it was tea. It was tea. It was your tea.
It was yellow though. I think it was, and I'm drinking tea right now.
Chai. I don't know what you drink.
It varies. It varies.
It does vary.
Yeah, which is nice. Coffee's one flavor. Tea has several.
All right.
No, I had coffee this morning.
Pie conversation.
As a matter of fact, I had coffee this morning because I went over and saw my granddaughter. And that, Bob, is becoming more and more, wow, like a drug. I had no idea. You don't know, whatever. And I'll just stare at this little kid. And and now she's crawling and pulling herself up. And, you know, she sits up on her own now. You don't have to hold her head you can kind of play with her like a rag doll now. It's a lot more fun. And, you know, instead of watch their head, make sure you're cradling their head. Oh, don't breathe on them.
So pretty soon you can have that Velcro wallpaper and then a Velcro jumper and you just throw her up against the wall.
Just like David Letterman. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. And then I'm going to also put her in the suit of Alka-Seltzer and drop her in a tank of water.
Well, you need to.
And then I'll let her watch me throw watermelons off a 10-story building, too.
It's a rite of passage for every father.
I went over and I made a quiche. I made quiche for breakfast. And last night I'm sitting on the couch. This is how stupid I am. So last night I'm sitting on the couch and I'm thinking, how do I make the quiche and then run it over there without it sloshing all over the car? And I'm thinking of, some plastic wrap right in the tight, I'm going through all these scenarios. And then it dawned on me, Bob, just do the dry ingredients in the pie shell, bring the eggs along, and then whip up the custard and then just throw it in the oven. And that's what I did. And I had a nice spinach and ham and cheddar cheese with some spring onions quiche today.
And what a missed opportunity to do a cooking show.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's a lot going on over there.
I guess that's what makes it so homey and different.
I'll tell you what, and it's interesting because I'll go over in there and I'm there for 2, 3, 4 hours, and
hold on. We just had some sort of an audio vortex cyclone thing happen to your voice. I think you're back. Everything's good.
Yeah, yours got better.
Well, there you see. I think we're not in Kansas anymore. Or
am I sounding better?
Rob, you always sound perfect. What are you talking about?
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, no, you do. You are sharper and clearer now, and you are not in the vortex. So
by the way, did you recognize the background today? I was just wondering if you recognized.
Let me see. Oh, my God. Yes, I do. That's 3369. Thanks. Yeah,
that's boys and girls
there.
Yeah, that's lounge number 2.
That's right. And so the corner bedroom by Rob's right ear, well, he just covered up, it was Catherine's room. And then the 2 windows behind him there, obviously the living room and the front door. You see a little bit of the deck that he had to carry a couch up with Mark Howard.
Because Bob had a bad knee.
There used to be, what do they call those? The cicada killers that lived in our ground. And that was crazy. That took a lot of fun out of the front yard, man.
There was also, wrong side, over here in the driveway around right there. Eventually there was a big sinkhole.
Yeah, I feel like we filled that.
Well, all I remember is there was a time before it was filled where there was like a horse, like a warning horse, like that the street crews used.
Oh, well, then, yes, we definitely fill it. I think we did that ourselves, actually. Or maybe
probably those are so that brings me back to my original point when you said we went to an audio vortex. Being over there, I dog, baby, phones ringing all the time. Friends are going to come by, blah blah blah. But things are always. You go to the store, get this, do that. Well, what do we want for dinner? Blah blah blah. And I'm going, oh my gosh, that's right. That's how this stage operates, and it never stops.
Yeah.
Oh, Latbat says I just stopped in to say hi and love y'all's. Sadly, got to go to dinner. See you next Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific.
Don't sadly me, girl.
I like the fact that she put Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. That's a nice touch.
Team player. But I'm not, come on. Sadly, I got to go to dinner with a bunch of these people I really like, and I never get out of the house because Bob is a Velcro to his seat all the time. And I've been needing social interaction. Even though I've been saying I'm pretty tired, I know I'm thriving on it. But I should say the word sadly, just to let them think for a moment that they would take priority for even just a moment. But
wow, there was a lot there, buddy. You could have just let that slide, and you just decided to key on the word sadly and do a little Euripides play there.
Euripides pants.
Nice, Bob. Mr. Doyle, you can leave class now.
Yes.
Euripides pants. Ha ha ha. Detention.
Oh, God, detention, man. I was so scared of detention. That was like the worst thing. I mean, there were some kids who just took it in stride because their parents didn't care or whatever.
It was a point of pride,
but
not a speck of cereal.
Cereal, right?
So how was your Valentine's? Did you? In fact, that was another thing. There was a dozen roses on the kitchen table, and then Kale got 1 rose for Millie, which was a very nice touch because he said it's her first Valentine's and blah blah. I mean, there's all that stuff. I just totally. Oh, see, right? I was planning to be home.
She did hint that she would do that. Now, but I think her last hint is that she's just going to stay for a little bit. She'll leave her. And cut to 2 a.m.
Well, God bless her.
God bless her and all like her. Which
Yeah, and then to continue this story, which is boring apparently because you keep
no, this is not you. This
So
is
then he was Kale was then, I got to get out there eventually and get those sweet gum balls off the lawn and blah. And I'm going, oh my gosh, there's all that too. Like on a Saturday, I wasn't even free until like 5 p.m.
wow.
You would just do lawn work or chores or fix something or shop something or take someone to some game or go to some recital or Saturday was a joke. Saturday, you didn't do anything that you chose to do. And then no wonder I drank my ass off by the time the evening rolled around. Okay, at least I got 2 hours. I'll sit here and
Yeah, we lucked out at some point. We got that yard service, which took all that off of my plate. But I remember you doing it all the time. And when you mentioned, now we never had these. We were, or maybe in Nutmeg Trails, we had those little gumball thingies that you'd step on. But that was luckily, I don't think anything I had to deal with on a regular basis because that is a pain.
And I would pay the kids $1 a bucket. They didn't know the dollar to them was $1 million, And so I said for everybody, the bucket was maybe, I don't know, 6 quart size or something. Plastic.
Take a little hot minute.
Yeah, I did. And then I'd go fine because you couldn't rake them, you can't mow them, you can't leaf blow them. They're evil. They're evil. These sweet gum balls.
Yeah.
The other thing I remember having to do too is I went out by you one Saturday. We did one of our Saturday routines, and then I got home like noon on Sunday, 1 on Sunday, and of course you're dragging ass, your tails in the sand, and then she goes, "You said you were going to get those crepe myrtles trimmed," and it was like hot, and I'm out there looking out, just trimming these things and dragging out to beyond the fence line, and all day, all night, Marianne. Holy cow! I don't mind paying HOA dues and just looking out the window and going, "Hey, the grass is cut. Way to go, guys! Way to go!"
Yeah.
It's just, and in fact today,
when you told that story about dragging ass home 1 a.m. or 1 p.m. Now I am immediately I'm at my house at 1 p.m. I know you're at home and you're doing yard work, and now I'm dealing with my version.
Right, I did a trigger for you? Did I trigger for you there, buddy?
Yes. Oh yes. I was stunned for a moment because I was like, first of all, I tasted alcohol, hangover alcohol.
Yeah.
That no matter how much you brush your teeth, it's like, no, you drank so much, it's in your skin fibers for a while. And then you finally just,
your sweat has a head on it.
Correct. And you are drinking screwdrivers if you're me. So, just take the edge off. And then the next thing you know,
you got another buzz going.
You're being woken up. Where are the kids? Who's watching the kids? I literally had that happen one time. That was a turning point, by the way.
Yeah, mine was, I'll tell you, I remember mine. Mahoney was at the house at Favorwood, and we shot pool till 6 a.m. drinking rum and Cokes. Just keep shooting pool and shooting. And the Coca-Cola keeps you going enough, right? You're drinking all that rum, but there's sugar in the rum. Anyway, all of a sudden it dawned on me poorly that I had some sort of kid responsibility and I didn't do it. And oh boy, that was
just no justification. You just can't.
No, I screwed it up.
What, you are you nuts? I'm half drunk here.
Right.
One of the funniest lines ever in the relationship, because I don't know if anybody else gets that. I don't know if anybody else but I think there might be some pair of drinking buddies, right? Sure. Who would get that because it would be so absurd to just putting a bullet in your, what are you, nuts?
I'm half drunk here.
Can you at least just take the laundry out of the dryer? What are you, nuts? I'm half drunk here.
I'm drunk here. Should be happy I'm here at all.
Oh yeah, really happy I'm here.
Just add to it, man. Just put some whipped cream on that thing. You should be happy that I'm here at all. So and so. You have to put a little, give her a good name too,
Oh my God.
Yeah, I remember that was at this house. I think I used that line for the first time at this very house behind me.
Oh yes.
Yes.
We were on the porch.
We were on the porch.
On that porch. Wow, way to bring it around.
Yeah, I got lucky on that. But yeah, that was that porch. What are you, nuts?
Because we're laughing. I think that drunk, Ed Painterly kind of drunk.
Painterly, yes.
It's the hangover where we are half drunk, and everything's just like the absurdity of the fact that we do have to have the rest of the day
Right.
And,
Mystery Science Theater.
Right. 3.5 hours of sleep, maybe.
Oh golly. And this is how you wind down, because when you got home there'd be nothing to do and you could really chill, said no one ever. You'd come back from one of those things. Like you said,
Oh, Rob, you look exhausted. I bet you had why don't you just relax and sleep it off on the couch? I got the gumballs in the yard. No problem.
Yes, I got that, and I'll take care of those crepe myrtles. I've got the tools, and I'll drag those bushes over the fence in the backyard. And
you've earned this now.
Right. Because you know why I'm volunteering? Because I'm not nuts, and I can see that you're half drunk here.
Man, if only it were 6:30. Because that's well, that's where we go to break at least.
Right. Let's go out to the lobby.
Oh,
yeah. No, never mind. All right, I'm going to show you a picture of the day. Let's see if I can do this here. This was sent to me.
Oh, okay.
Today, once I got home. But this is my my granddaughter, and obviously she's doing well eating. But that's Millie. Millie's wearing a lot of her food today, Bob.
Yeah, so I'm starting to now see a little Sammy around the eyes, right?
Yeah, let's see if I can get a little bigger there. Yeah. I told Sam, I said, I'll put this picture on the show. I'll put it, it'll make the lounge. And that, whatever that is, some sort of Zwieback-esque thing in her left hand, and Sammy paints it with peanut butter. And then, so it's funny to watch. It is. I forget all this funny stuff. I don't say I forget, but it's 30 years since my kids were this size.
All I can do when I see these pictures is go, I'm so glad that's not my life right now.
Well, that's what I was saying. It was just, and it's fun. It was so fun for me to be there. But then, you know why I think it's fun? Because you go, car keys are in my back pocket, man. Anytime I'm ready to head on home to quiet and watch a little TV and
go with Thelma Lou's.
Go to Thelma Lou's. Right. Exactly right.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, but and so-and-so's coming over, and then after that, so-and-so's going to drive by because they're going to be in the neighborhood, and I'm going, oh my gosh. And Kale's cooking, I got the smoker going up, and he's asking me about how I would do a ham, and then all of a sudden, okay, it was like 2:30 in the afternoon. I'm going, this is perfect. I'll just head on home. I got over there around 10, made the quiche, had some coffee, had a little shared time with my granddaughter. And I don't know if you noticed, there was a bruise on her head because now, as I said, she's moving about now. So she's taking her lumps. She'll fall. She was up. Oh, the dog gate, and she's looking through the dog gate at the dog, and they do this whole thing with each other. And I'm fascinated because Crimson is this big black lab. I mean, he's big.
Yeah.
And he's a great disposition, awesome, great dog, but he's big and he's like 1.5. So he's still got a lot of puppy and that tail.
Yes.
And yet he nibbles on her fingers or whatever, just so gently. It's amazing how they know.
Dogs. Animals.
Yeah. And she was up at the gate and she's monkeying around with the dog and I'm just fascinated watching this. And then all of a sudden she loses her balance and I go, she's going to bang her head. Because you know how you can watch it from a distance and she's just slow motion. I go, oh, this one's going to hit. And boom, she hit her head. And man, that whole going from joy to this guttural screamy cry. And so then they go, Sam says to, Kale, put the backpack on her. And they have these, now it's like a stuffed animal that is like, it goes on you like a backpack. And the head of the animal is right behind your head. So when you do fall back as a little toddler baby, there's protection. I don't recall ever having crap like that.
No, me either.
You fell down and, blood everywhere and rub some dirt on it and move along. I guess we sound like old guys.
You liked it.
Well, it really was a trip. It was so fun, and right when Felicia, one of Sammy's friends, showed up, I said, okay, changing of the guard. There's new people here. I'll get on down the road. But wow, busy. And Samantha had been up since 6:30. On a Saturday.
I know. Hey, look, Catherine especially, I watch her and I just am exhausted just hearing about half of her day.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, and those two boys, that talk about, taking your lumps. Oh my God. The most stressful thing is when I go over there and visit, and maybe it probably is not as bad now because they are a little older, But when they were younger and they just are jumping around and the table missing it by this much or not missing it. But I mean, it's just like I just don't have the constitution for it. I'm just like this the entire time because no one's stopping them. Obviously they do it all day, every day.
Got it. Yeah. And eventually, as a parent, I'm sure we're not judging Catherine. I'm sure she's the best parent ever. The point is, you just look at that and go, I just have to release, because I can't be a part of every one of these maneuvers. I have a life to get on with too. Like they're running around like, banshees, and you just say, well, one of them's going to come to me eventually with a bloody nose or whatever.
Yeah.
But it just a little bit, and it's fun to watch.
Stressful, and they get sick, and then you have to worry about that. And boy,
yeah. And in fact, it was funny. Samantha was going on a little bit about that today. Millie's sick, and it's really a drag. And there's a lot going on, Dad. And I said we had 2.
Right.
Your mother and I,
guys.
We had 375 days. She looks at me and goes, I don't know how you and Mom did it. I said, I don't know either. I don't either. But we did it. And but yeah. Why did you do that? There's the $1 million question. Why did we do 2 that close?
The answer to how, though, is the same. And it is always just one freaking day at a time or 1 hour at a time. Right. Because when you look back and you go, how did I do that? No freaking clue. I have no idea. And if someone had told you what you were going to have to go through, you'd say, there's no way I could do that. I can't.
Correct.
No freaking way I could handle that.
Not only can't I handle it, I can't afford it either.
None of it's impossible.
Right. There's not that many dollars on the planet for me to afford what you're describing.
Right.
And yet the kids got braces. They had braces. They went to school. They got a first car. I don't know. How did that happen?
Right. Just one day at a time.
One day at a time. Valerie Bertinelli.
One day at a time. One day at a time.
What was the mom's name? The actress? Bonnie something. Bonnie something.
Bonnie Franklin. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Holy moly, it's been cool here. It's too cold to play the ukulele for more than about 30 minutes out here in Las Vegas. 55 degrees, but I don't know. It just sounds a little cold to me. Maybe I've just gotten used to it. We are on a warming trend, much to my chagrin, but I am enjoying the cool weathers. And we did have, I think, a little bit of rain the other day, too. Yes, we did. We had sort of a during the night. And a part of that western thing that came on through, that's why we got the lower temperatures on the other side of that front. But things are beginning to warm up because, after all, this is the desert. Rob?
Wow. 59.
I pretty much figured that was
I have noticed it's colder in Vegas this week than it is in Atlanta.
Yeah, it is that. I think that storm came through, and how weather works.
Yeah. So how was your Valentine's Day?
It was nice as always, low key. We just hung out like we always do.
Good.
Yeah.
I was telling Kale that I used to buy the flowers on the 15th. I told him that today. I said,
we did wake up Amber and I went down to Trader Joe's and got the flowers at Trader Joe's.
I read today that Trader Joe's has one of their packaged foods has glass in it. I read that online today. I have no idea whether that's true or not.
Their Glacios, their cereal.
Glacios.
Yeah, I don't know about that particular package.
Speaking of Glacios, which then my mind went to Joe Vandehay, who used to eat shot glasses. And then Joe Vandehay, the reason I thought of that than him is because someone said, I used a name at work the other day of a friend, and I forgot which one it was, but somebody shouted from Cubicle World, that's a fake name. You made that name up. And I said, my friend Bob.
Uh-oh.
Makes sense all the time.
Rob is stuck again. Let's see how it goes. How long will it last? Well, nobody knows.
Am I back?
Yeah. But
and now you're not loud again. See, now you're not loud at all.
You're right. It does seem to kind of take over. We got some sort of auto.
Yeah, something's clipping somebody when you run the video clip, I think.
Well, I probably just need to lower the volume.
Now you're kind of back. And I forget where I was, but it was something brilliant, I'm sure.
Oh, Rob, no doubt.
Gosh darn it. It was actually something of temperate value.
of
I
merit.
can tell you this, that I've really enjoyed, and because I know you also have been consuming the Olympics, with vim and vigor.
Oh yeah, those things. They still
And
go-
I'm watching the curling, Bob. Curling is so fun to watch. You can sit on the couch and watch them push those granite rocks down that icy path all afternoon. To the point where people must be picking up on enjoying watching curling because one of the networks exclusive. That's all, just curling. No other Winter Olympics, just curling. It's nonstop curling coverage on CNBC. And it is fun to watch. And they shout and they got those little brooms and the whole thing is really a hoot. And now I'm getting used to understanding all the lingo, the shot rock and the hammer, and there's the 4-foot line or circle and the 8-foot circle and the 12-foot circle and all these. And it really, you know what it is? It's the Yankee version of cornhole. They're on ice, but it's like cornhole. You bump the other guy off, or one point replaces another, but the one difference is I watch these cornhole tournaments sometimes on TV, and these guys are hefty. They've had a few beers. They're not exactly what you would call physical specimens, but these
cornhole tournaments. Is that what you said?
yeah,
Never seen.
all they do is throw ringers, Bob. They just constantly throw ringers.
Like, what's the point? It's after
they're also good at hopping over other bags, and it's a different man's game.
I see.
And they don't step into the shot. These guys stand flat-footed and they spin it, and it rotates in the air. And one side's a little more sticky than the other. It's a totally different game than we played at Norman Lane there at Mark's old house.
Good times.
Man, if you think about it, we have scattered to the winds many a memory, you and I. I mean, just think, we just went back to this house. And when did you buy this house that's behind me? When did do you remember what?
I'm going to say around, I'm going to guess it was 94 or 5.
Well, we bought the Favorwood house in 96.
Maybe 6, maybe 96.
We bought the Favorwood house in 96 because it was the Olympics. We weren't in a house for like a couple of months, and we had a whole house full of company.
It was 4 maybe, so.
I think you had that house before we bought I forget too. I just remember when you moved to that house, this house behind me. And then I also remember when we moved to Favorwood, the Olympics were on and we were in like the house for 2 weeks. We're still in boxes and all my family shows up. Again, one of those, it's a perfect example of how did we live like this? People are coming and going and there's boxes and you go, and Kim was pregnant with Steven and Sammy was less than a year old. And you just go, I guess this is how everyone does. I guess just, do it.
Yeah.
Can you afford the house? No, of course not. For goodness sake, no. But that's okay because we can't afford the cars or the washing machine or everything else. And yet, here we are. And now I have a pack and play up in the attic for when my granddaughter visits.
I don't think we have an attic.
I bet you do. I bet you. If
we have a space up there. We can enter through our closet, which we have never done.
Do you have anything in the garage that has like a porthole or something?
No.
Okay.
Well, except for the interdimensional portal, that one. But
yeah, but don't you have to pay? Is then the subscription? Did you keep up with the subscription? Don't you have to pay monthly for that thing?
No, it's part of the yard maintenance.
Okay. I remember Steven asking that when the first time he came. I think the first and only time he came to Sugarloaf. We're driving home, and he goes, "How long does it take Bob to do that lawn, Dad? There's a lot. There's bushes." And I said, "Steven, piano stool, buddy, piano stool."
Yes, right. Oh my God. Yeah, that would have been a nightmare. That would have been a nightmare if I had to do any of that.
Yeah, there was a lot to maintaining that place. That place had some size. And then you had a pool service, right?
And all those bushes out front,
Yeah.
Those bushes, and geez Louise.
And I must say, and I bring it up often, but the paint job on that fake wall thing with the bricks and the stairwell, that was one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
I have some freeze frame memories of that process underway. That guy would come out. I mean, I can't remember how long it took to do all that because every freaking brick painted by hand by that dude.
Yeah. You got real lucky. As I recall, he probably underbid and then he probably regretted it. It's like something like that. Like you guys got him at a pretty good rate.
It feels like we did, but I mean, I don't know.
Speaking of spending money, I'll finish with this. There was a client in work the other day and his daughter was getting married. And he said, maybe I told you this last week.
48,000
Anyway.
or something for the.
Yeah, over 80,000 for flour.
Yeah.
Even if I had it.
Dean's comment was, give him the cash.
That's right. Dean was visiting with us last week. You're right.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, give him the cash.
Yeah.
100 grand or what, 50? It doesn't matter.
It's 80.
Any word grand with flowers is too friggin' many.
Be sure to drink your Ovaltine.
You've been watching The Lounge Show with Rob Scott and Bob Doyle. Join us every Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, and tell your friends and family to do the same. After all, we'd do it for you if you had a show. Probably.